What do I want to see next from Bray Wyatt? Now, this is kind of doesn't matter if it's WWE or AEW. It doesn't matter where he returns. First and foremost, I don't think we'll see The Fiend again. I would love to see The Fiend again, but I don't think so. The main reason being, when Bray got released, very shortly afterwards, he tweeted out this picture of what we assume to be a new mask for The Fiend. The Fiend we know may change, and that's okay. Remember in the very last ever Firefly Funhouse episode, Bray told us there will be new friends and a whole new him. So you can do that in AEW, you can do that in WWE if you return. But I think some of the fundamental things of the Firefly Funhouse do need to change. One thing I definitely don't want to see change, though, is the storytelling. Because it's so unique in pro wrestling. It's great. It's the only story I can think of, the only character that makes you go back throughout history of the entire character, looking for Easter eggs and what do things mean, trying to work everything out. You've got to listen to every promo, every match, from FCW all the way to Monday Night Raw. You have to pay attention and you have to rewatch. Now, I wouldn't be opposed if Funhouse Bray became a little bit darker, something more cult leader-ish, because we always had the theory that Funhouse Bray was just the cult leader in a new disguise, so he drank the Kool-Aid. Push that a little bit more. That would be fun. But I do think the actual character of the Fiend will change. And I think that's a really good thing, because he was limited. Being a revenge storyline means you're very limited in the characters you can actually face. I would go away from supernatural and turn into more psychological. In AEW or in WWE, make it psychological, make it pain that Bray Wyatt feels. And do you know what? It's not about revenge, it's about revenge on everybody. Of course, you can tell the revenge storylines with people like Roman and Randy and even Alexa Bliss. But there's got to be reasons for him to face the new generation of stars WWE has currently got, and the next generation of stars that WWE have got. Otherwise, you limit the character and the work that Bray Wyatt can do long term. And as I said, exactly the same thing for AEW too. Yes, in AEW you can do the revenge story with people like Moxley and CM Punk and even Matt Hardy, but you've got to give a reason why he's going to face Darby Allin, people like Jungle Boy, and even people like Wardlow, people he has no history with at all. And that is the key to the success of whatever the next character will be. So you could do it about revenge, but fundamentally I'd do it more about anger. For over a year, they've kept him locked up, and now he's back. If he does go back to WWE, I'd love to see this doll again, because we had a lot of theories on this doll. It was only used a handful of times, but it was always seen in the background of behind-the-scenes moments. And I'd really love it to do a story with Alexa Bliss. We all know Alexa turned on The Fiend at WrestleMania in whatever the hell this was. But, fundamentally, what if he plagued her with the Fiend character while he's an evolved version of the Fiend doing something completely different? Alexa Bliss character work with the Firefly Funhouse and the Fiend was absolutely perfect. So why not continue that and allow her a darker, even more so dark character than she's ever had before? I think a lot of people would agree right now, her character on TV is very directionless. You could use Bray Wyatt as a catalyst to jumpstart Alexa Bliss. You could run their stories in parallel, just not together, and I think that would work. Have the fundamental reason of Alexa Bliss's change be Bray Wyatt, but he never has to interact with her because he's in the male division, she's in the female division. I do think no matter where he goes, AEW or WWE, we should expect some changes. I don't think we'll ever see the same Funhouse Fiend cult characters that we saw before in WWE. And I think that's what Bray himself is hinting at. He changed his name on Twitter to Wyndham6, then became Wyatt6 as the actual name. So if he goes to AEW, we assume his name will be Wyatt. Obviously, it will be Bray Wyatt if it's WWE. But the next incarnation will be something different, something new. Maybe he can go back to the old faces like he did before. But I think something new is definitely needed. Something fresh and fun, something we can sink our teeth into again would be so epic to see. And you've got to do it, because otherwise you'll just invent stories of Bray Wyatt versus Chad Gable because back in 2016 he looked at him funny or something stupid, and that's not good storytelling. It's just lazy trying to put some filler shows on. So let's not do that. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll see you next time. Peace!